Barry, thanks for joining us. This is not going to be an easy conversation, obviously. Thanks for talking to us. Another 4 goals conceded at home from seemingly what was a pretty bright first 35 minutes and going a goal up. Talk us through that one if you can.
I don't know what to say to you, Freeze, to be honest. As you said, we were so comfortable. We could have been 2 or 3 up. They get a lucky goal, it's just sort of hit Goody and flown in, and then we've crumbled. There's no point in trying to put a positive spin on it. We've absolutely crumbled. And if it was a one-off, you could say okay, but it's not been a one-off. How many times this season have we conceded one, and then gone and conceded another one, very shortly afterwards? It's simply not good enough.
Like you say, we started pretty brightly. We played, considering we've come back, I know it's an awful thing to say, but we came back after 7-0 from Cambridge. 6 changes. It didn't, for the first half an hour, seem to have affected us. We were bright, we were playing some nice stuff. Aaron Wildig and Jamie Devitt doing the best that they could. Like you say, 2 or 3 chances. Cole Stockton's at the bar. We've had 6, 7 corners. It's all going well. We finally get the goal after a great finish from Doyle and Cole Stockton's knock on. What amazes me is that, like I say, I'm not blaming Goody. There was nobody within 10 yards of him. It hits him, goes in, but it's almost like a mental reaction, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Today, not just today. I think we've shown how mentally weak we can be as a team. And as I said, a minute ago, there's no point trying to put a positive spin on it. It's happened far too many times for it to be a coincidence. And it's, after the first half an hour, we should be absolutely ashamed of the performance we put in. And it's happened time and time again, and there's no excuse for it. We're the ones who go out over the pitch. How can we go from half an hour playing such good football, knocking it around? Yeah, it's great. We're having it our own way. As soon as the chips are down, we crumbled.
And I think that's a fair point. And I was alluding to the fact earlier with yourself off camera that we went through a really, really bad stretch of the 9 games without any points, where we didn't really play that badly, but it was close games that we were losing. But that seems to have gone out the window recently. We seem to be conceding for fun, and as you've said, it only takes the team to score 1, and all of a sudden we go to bits.
Sure.
And I really don't know how to put my finger on it.
Nobody likes losing, there's no doubt about that, but you can accept it to a certain degree if you're playing well. You go out here and you lose 2-1 to Carlisle, and the lads were magnificent, a bit of bad luck. But the last month or so, we don't even, as soon as the going gets tough, we don't even look like winning.
No.
It's absolutely scandalous on our behalf. There's no excuses. To concede the amount of goals we've conceded, it hurts. It really hurts. But it should do.
So it's a bit of a relief, really, in the fact that we've gained the points that we have, and that York and Dagenham are so, actually have been pretty terrible all season, and that's an awful way to finish the season, isn't it? We've got an away game at Exeter, and then hopefully some solace against York at home. Can we salvage anything from this?
Well, from our point of view, we've got to salvage some sort of professional pride. The performances we've put in, the results, have not been good enough. And I think we've also got to count ourselves very lucky, because any other season, the cut-off point for relegation is the 50 mark.
Yeah.
And the way what are we on, 44?
Yeah.
44 points. We'd have to win the last 2 games to have any chance of staying up. But as you said, it's not nice, obviously, for Dagenham and York, but we can count ourselves lucky that they've been so poor this season, because any other season we'd be staring relegation in the face.
Yeah, it is. It's been a tough old job since January, hasn't it?
Well, the gaffer's just said in there. He said, how can we go from January beating Yeovil, 5 points off the playoffs, to probably 3rd or 4th bottom now?
Yeah.
It's not good enough for us. It's as simple as that. And we've got to man up and start taking responsibility for our performances, which I don't think as a team we've done.
So my final question: Do you think looking at it as a professional group of players that perhaps there is something in the makeup that we may be too nice on the pitch and maybe too introvert off it? I don't know.
Too nice on the pitch because we don't demand enough from each other. If you're losing 3 or 4-1 at home and conceding that many goals, you should be arguing with your teammates and demanding more of each other. Have have a verbal bust up at them on the pitch. You know, come off the pitch, shake hands and score. But we don't do that. We do not demand enough from each other, and for me, it doesn't hurt people enough. You know, conceding that amount of goals as a goalkeeper, it's heartbreaking. But I don't think it hurts us enough as a team.
Well, thanks for your honesty and thanks for talking to us, Barry. Fingers crossed, like I say, for the away game at Exeter next week, and obviously, fingers crossed, we can hopefully get something against York, or else the end of season deal is going to be a really down drab affair, I'm afraid, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the fans deserve an awful lot better than we've produced. Yeah, as I said, for you, I don't know how many times I can say it, it's not good enough, and we've got to hold our hands up, and the performance and the results we've dished out have been disgraceful.
Thanks for your honesty.
Cheers.